This is always the hard bit.
Who's going to do the intro?
You. I don't know where your camera is.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Raw Podcast with David and Paul. My name is Dave.
And my name is Paul.
And we're here today to talk to you about all things nonsense.
Pretty much. How's it going?
That's the only voice that I can do, but even then, I do very well.
Yeah, please stop that voice.
Okay. I'm not using any of that. I'm winding up.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Drum roll. Have you got a drum?
Hello.
Hey, Paul. How's it going?
All right. What's the crack? How are you?
I'm very good. I'm
Good.
very good, Paul.
Good to hear.
So
Is
we're in
there
a
delay?
new format this week. Not this week,
Yes.
this day. Is there a delay?
No, I don't think so.
Is there a delay?
No, I got you. You're back. Sorry. That was
Okay.
technically
Good.
a bad start.
That was horrendous. That's horrendous. Hope it gets better than this.
Yeah. Well, it always does.
So when did we last do one? 2 days ago? 3 days ago?
2 days ago, I think. 2 days ago. This is
Not a bad run.
Man, this is better than we've ever done before, and all the other 40
Not a bad run.
episodes.
I think. Yeah, we'll probably crash and burn pretty quick.
Yeah, we'll run out of steam.
We're off to
Normally
a
we drag
great
that
start.
steam over like a year, but now we're going to compress it into 2 weeks, and we were like,
This
just
is, this is the Raw Podcast. Go!
I love it. Perfect description.
Yeah, that's pretty much us.
That's us.
Anyway, what's the crack? What have you been up to?
Say what?
What have you been up to?
What have I been the past 2 days, or since the last podcast?
Since the last podcast.
Is this episode 42 now? So this is episode
Yeah.
42 of the Raw Podcast. Welcome back. Just wanted to do that intro out turn. Nice. You had to think about the 42.
4-2.
Lovely. Well done.
Thanks, man.
I've just been out in the garden, man, as usual. You know, there's nowhere really else to go during a lockdown except out your back garden, or if you're in an apartment, maybe on your balcony, or in your case,
garden.
in front garden. I was out there as well, actually, tending to my olive tree, which sounds very biblical or something, doesn't it?
Sound a bit, yeah.
Or yeah.
What size is your? Describe your olive tree to me.
It is. It's probably about 6 foot something now, maybe 6.5 foot high now,
Oh,
and maybe so widey-ish.
wow!
So it's actually grown quite a bit
What
since
size
we
was
first
when
put it
what
in.
size was it when you got it?
It was much smaller anyway. It was maybe about 5 foot and maybe just like a small bit bushy. So it's really grown, but it's 3 years down now. 2 years, 2.5 years. Yeah.
Right. Where do you see it when it's about 500 years old?
Well, that's it.
It's going to be mental. It's going to be
gonna be
absolutely
crazy.
mental. Yeah.
I hope it's still there.
I
I hope it's still
grow to be
there.
one of the oldest trees.
Yeah, they are. Some of them they think some in Italy might be like hundreds of years old, if not thousands even, you know.
Oh, definitely hundreds of years old, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
but they survive for a long time, a long time.
Very good. So you've been tending to your olive tree at the
A little.
front, doing
Well,
something else at the back.
Finishing my greenhouse out the back, and yeah, just that's it really. That's taken up
Cool.
the past day and a half. What about you?
What have I been doing actually? I got a glue gun. So
Oh,
I went around
wow.
the house today just going,
Are your kids on the wall now?
I need to glue. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you stand there.
Wow, it really works.
Yeah, I got a glue gun. I ordered a glue gun about a month ago because something broke off the kids' little kitchen thing, like a tap.
Okay.
It didn't take much. It was broken the first day.
Oh.
This time, right? I bought this sink ages ago. The kitchen sink thing for the kids months ago, maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
But the tap broke on the very first day, and it has a screw, and I tried to screw it back in, but of course it kept coming off. So I thought a glue gun would fix that. A glue gun reinforce it. So I ordered a glue gun, but there was a whole handling and trying to get a battery for it. So anyway, I got a battery for it. It's a great gun, but and it did the job. That was the first thing I fixed. But then I went around the house going, "What else can I glue?"
Great.
I glued loads of stuff. I glued little caps that go onto the bottom of a leg of a table that kept falling off. Put those back on. I glued a children's book spine back together.
I thought you closed the children's book closed to make
all the children's book spines have like duct tape on them because they're always ripped apart. So I've got nice glue gun down there.
Cool.
What else did I do? I did all the things I can't even remember now.
Yeah.
I just went around gluing stuff.
That's good. And is it like a gun with like glue kind of cartridges that go into it? And they melt
a glue stick.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Glue stick in, and you stick it on, and you wait for it to heat up, and then once it's ready to go, you just start. And it dries really quick, so you got to be fast. Get the glue on. Oh, the baby gate, because it kept falling off. So glue the baby gate.
Excellent.
The baby gate's weird because you have to lift it. You have to lift one edge to get it past the little.
You always have to be so. There's something like about those things. You always have to be so aggressive with them, don't you, to get the thing open?
I know. Wait until Johnny Ive brings out a baby gate. It's going to be unreal.
This baby gate was dipped in the hottest type of aluminium possible. We made this baby gate with the finest steels, the finest engineering techniques. It opens with the touch of your finger.
What about if the kid touches it, Johnny?
Children won't be able to touch it. You must register. I feel like I'm talking like a robot now. I don't know, man.
Well, he does kind of talk like a robot. He does kind of talk like a robot.
He does, yeah. He's gone though, isn't he, from Apple now? Anyway,
he's gone. What's he doing now?
Who knows? Voiceovers for.
Did he do the wheels?
What wheels?
Did he do the wheels? The wheels for the Mac. Have you not seen the wheels?
Oh yes, the wheels. I know, but that was very general. Have you seen the wheels?
Seen these things?
Yes, I have. But they're ridiculous money. It's like ridiculous money for a set of wheels.
$700 for one wheel, or is it for four?
It's for a set, I thought. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they're not that bad. Well, they're bad, but they're not that bad.
Still not a quid for wheels. Like you could just put casters on it.
Yeah, just put it on one of those little those roll around things that you use. They were selling them in Lidl a while ago.
Around that much? That's what I want to know.
What?
Who's wheeling their Mac around that much?
Who knows? Maybe you'll see people out for a walk with their Mac.
Yeah, come on. Never wheeled, right? Let's say this, right? Did like we say? Let's say that this here.
Okay.
I needed to move it from here. Ignore the cables. From here to there, and I had wheels on it. Right?
You could just do it with your foot.
I wish this thing had better wheels. I wish it had better wheels. The wheels that I have on this thing are crap.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I wonder what made them go, we need to do wheels.
I don't know, because you can't really move a desktop because it's plugged in anyway. Like, so what's the point? I can only move it as far as the cable. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't understand it. But anyway, it's another way to make money. So fair play.
That's it. They thought of it. So if you can build it, people will probably buy it.
You know what I wish they'd bring out? So you see this MacBook here, right?
Yeah.
I wish it had a nice little handle.
It's a good idea.
Just to help me carry it. Because I move this around all the time.
But what if it had wheels, man? And you could pull it along like like your airport bag, like your baggage, your cabin bag.
Even if it had two wheels here and a handle here.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Oh, now we're talking. Now, there you go. Get on that.
Mm-hmm. And a pocket on the front of it for your phone.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And it's really got ports and stuff that you can plug your phone into for charging, and it's a no-brainer, man. I tell you what, They'll be listening to this.
I hope
A
so.
little alert is going off in Apple right now.
Invention
Our
coming
wheels are being
through.
mentioned. Check in, see what they're saying. Slacking them off. Oh, handle for them. Oh,
We
that's a
designed
good idea.
this MacBook handle so you can easily pass through security.
Johnny, write this shit down. Write this down.
Is Johnny there?
Johnny's there. He says he's left. He hasn't left.
He's in your office. What?
No, I'm doing.
What would you like me to design today, David?
Johnny, can you just? I need something that I can glue. Anything. I need 2 things that I can stick together. Okay?
Yeah.
Get on it, Johnny. Get on it. Make it nice and shiny.
Anyway, can I just interrupt you there? What did I tell you about clout and not shedding it? How's the temperature today?
Cold.
See?
And you know what I did?
What
I went out today with a very thin jacket, and did I regret it?
Told you,
Big
man,
time.
don't shed a clout until
Really?
May is out.
Well, your granny was right, Paul.
She was.
Your granny was right.
Yeah.
So tell us what's ahead in the next few days, weather-wise.
Weather-wise, I haven't tomorrow's going to be a bit cold. Wednesday getting a little bit warmer, and then as we move into Thursday and Friday, we're going to see a band of high pressure coming in. We're going to see temperatures rising, and Saturday and Sunday should be much more settled, and we'll see some nice easy breezes coming in, nice bit of sunlight during the day, and watch out for those hay fever as the pollen index will be gone up. That's all for tonight, and thanks for watching.
Watch out for those hay fever, like watch out for people with hay fever, or watch out if you've got hay fever. Are you still there? Or are you
I'm still here. You can't talk
ever?
to the weather person on the TV. Have you ever had a response from the person from the TV?
I'm on a direct line with the weather person right now.
That's true.
Tell me this.
Sorry,
what
was it? I was trying to think of what it was called. What is it called? The pollen index? Is that what they call it?
Probably.
Pollen.
Tell me, you know the way. Oh.
You've changed, Dave. You're much more natural like there.
You know the way some people can seem to load up. I'm new to this Zoom thing, but I think you're more au fait, and you can load up background images.
Yeah.
Like you're on a green screen. You need a map.
That would be so cool.
And you could go and you could do all the stuff.
Man, you're a genius.
Get it.
You're a genius.
Do it now, Paul. Do it now. Yeah. Oh.
So you can see today the weather is looking really well. The sea levels they're falling a little bit. Pollution's good. So, pollution's gone.
Hold on, that's a big wave, Paul. Is that a tsunami? Paul, that's a big wave.
Sorry, that was good, huh?
That was pretty good. You actually just blended into the scenery. It was really awesome.
I should really go back to normal.
Is that done by distance, or how does that work?
I don't know, actually. It's just...
Keep moving back. Keep going.
I can't, my earphones don't reach up.
How do you do that? How do you get that going? I want to have a go at something. What do you press? He's not going to let me know. He's going to keep it all to himself.
It's just in the virtual background in the settings, but it's not on the phone. You can only do it on the laptop. But man, you have your MacBook there in front of you. You could have used that.
No, it's too heavy. I need wheels to bring it over.
Anyway, I think we should move on. So we went from episode 40, man, to complete radio silence. We just left them. We were like Elvis. We always, always leave them wanting more. And we disappeared. Yeah. What happened?
I think we left them and nobody noticed.
I had about 3 people saying, "When's the podcast coming back?"
Hey, Paul, have they been on to you? Did they want more? Did they? What? No, check your email. Check the inbox again. Check the inbox.
Can I?
Refresh it. See how many messages.
Maybe
there's no messages.
There must be something wrong with the mail server, man.
Maybe the mail server's down. Check them.
Yeah. I'll check Instagram.
Yeah, check Instagram.
No, it
Anything
must,
there?
the new algorithm. I'm telling you, man, it's messing up
Yeah,
everything.
people aren't seeing these things.
Nobody's seeing our stuff, like.
No,
But
no. But
anyway,
anyway, I'm sure they probably did one more.
do you know? Can I
They're
explain to you
getting
what
it.
happened? Can I explain to you what
Yeah,
happened?
you explain to me what
We peaked. We peaked too soon. We released episode 40, and it became our most popular episode to date. It had the most listens ever, and then we cut everybody off. So, can you explain to me what happened?
it was like a finale, wasn't it? It was a finale without telling anybody that it was a finale.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I wish it had been known it was a finale. We could have turned it into a finale
Yeah.
and really like went mental.
Yeah. Said everything we've always wanted to say.
Yeah, get everything off our chests.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah. What else would we have done? We have probably had extra sweets and stuff, maybe.
But it wasn't really the plan, though, was it? It wasn't really the plan.
No.
But we happened to.
Well, from your side, what do you think happened?
We got in. Well, first of all, I think we were trying to think about the direction of the podcast, where we were going to take it next, or what we were going to try and do, and then we got into running. We just start running, man. It was like a Forrest Gump moment where he's in the middle of something and he gets up and he just starts running. And
yeah, no, but I don't think running was the reason we stopped it, though.
No, it was certainly one of the reasons why when we met up, though, that we didn't record, because we were meeting up and we were going, we go for a run, and we went for a run, because that happened a few times.
True.
But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? I think we just kind of felt like.
I think we did the podcast with Eric, and then we started to think of other people we should get on, and then I think maybe it became. Maybe there just became too much work involved in it or something, and we were like, oh, yeah, we do need to do this. Who will we get? La la la. And I think we just kind of maybe we both just went, oh, yeah, okay, we'll do that next week or whatever. And we just kind of 1 week led to another week, and then before we knew it, we were coming into the back of summer with loads of weddings to do. We did do one podcast recording here.
That's right.
When I got the office built at home, we thought we'll do one here. We did one here, and then it didn't, like, it just sat there. We didn't get around to publishing. I
know what you mean.
Or anything. So yeah, and then we kind of forgot about it. And then, as you say, we both kind of get into running. Then, and then when we met, as you say, we kind of started running and stuff. So, but anyway, and then we hemmed and hawed about it as well quite a bit, and
we toyed with the idea of doing it again and bringing it back, and maybe trying to do a different format or do something. I suppose it was to try and spruce it up a little bit, or make it change its direction or something, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's hard to do a podcast, like, isn't it?
It is hard. It is actually. It's harder than you think, I think. Not that I'm trying to say.
We're making this look easy.
Are we really?
It looks incredibly easy to people right now. But this is so difficult.
We worked on this script for hours.
Yeah, I had been practicing all day, reading my lines, going over it with the kids, talking to myself in the mirror. Trying to get my laughs on cue.
We're synced up well right now.
Oh, sugar too early. See? Messed up already.
Oh, man, come on. Yeah, but anyway. I think it is difficult to try and keep it fresh, and and I suppose there was probably somewhat a bit more work in trying to get more people onto it and all that sort of stuff, and we were busy as well, and that kind of stuff takes over, I think, as well. So yeah, well, here we are. This is easy ish.
Yeah, the only difficult bit was tonight I was sitting in the kitchen and I went, okay, I have to go out and do a podcast now with Paul. Do I look okay? And she goes, no. And I went, oh. So I had to go and iron a shirt.
Did you dress up for the podcast?
Yeah, I had to put on this shirt.
Oh man, it's the Raw podcast. Whatever way
you put on that shirt.
No, I have this shirt on all day.
Let me smell it.
Look, it's not even ironed. Look.
Well, there's a telltale sign. That's definitely
Yeah,
not
I
been.
didn't iron it because I didn't think I was going out or doing a podcast today, So,
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyway, so we went running. We do a lot of running now. Well, we had been doing a lot of running together, and then the
We
coronavirus came
haven't
out.
done a huge amount of runs together. We've done a fair bit together, but we're not like we don't live close to each other, so we haven't done a
No,
huge amount.
we've done some
But
mountain runs, some long runs together,
yeah,
and a couple of little bits and pieces. But yeah, running is great. You should do a running podcast.
No.
No.
It's hard enough to do this podcast without talking
true.
to someone that I actually know really very little about, other than
yeah,
Plod. Yeah, no, we like the running has been brilliant. It's been awesome, absolutely awesome. If anybody wants any inspiration to running, I'll tell my running story and you tell your running story.
Yeah.
How about that?
Beautiful.
Okay, so my running story is that I used to run a good bit back in the noughties, like 2005 to 2010, 2012. Actually, probably until about 2014, because it was around the year I got married. So yeah, from about 2005 to 2014, on and off running. Few marathons, nothing major, not a great runner, just a runner. And then I kind of haven't ran for years, like maybe a couple of runs, literally a year, like very, very little. And then I watched a documentary on Netflix with Dee called The Barkley Marathons. I can't remember what the subtext is actually, but anyway, The Barkley Marathons, it's a documentary on Netflix and it is superb. And after I watched that documentary, I then watched a documentary on YouTube called Where Dreams Go to Die. And that made me start running. That one show made me start running. It's unbelievable. Where Dreams Go to Die.
Yeah,
unbelievable. And it's kind of one of those documentaries. And it was kind of an eye opener for me anyway, because I always used to run on the roads, and that was one of the reasons I kind of stopped when I moved into the country, because it was always like, oh, I'm in the country, it's always a nightmare. But the great thing about running in the trails and in the woods and things like that is you can be as slow as you like, and you can walk sections, and
you can just enjoy it.
You're not going for pace or anything else. You're going purely just to get out there, and distance and elevation and all that kind of stuff. So you and I have both nerded out now on equipment and gear and
As
shoes.
usual.
The lot.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, that's awesome. So we're back into it. I'm injured at the minute though for about the last week and a half, which is my first injury in years. But it's grand. I'll get back into it again in a couple of days. So what's your running story, Paul?
Yeah, I suppose my run story is very different. I would have ran years and years and years ago in school, secondary school, and then didn't run for a good long time. When I was younger, I used to run a lot more, like in the kind of local Harriers and all that sort of stuff. And then I didn't run for a lot of years. And then I started running back in 2012, a little bit, and then got into it more with you in 2013, 2014. We were both doing a little bit of running then, because we had that club.
Then, that's right.
Yeah, we built up that, and we started that Strava club as well. So that's the only time I started really getting back into it from school. Like, so it was a good long time. And then when I moved out here in 2016, late 2016, I started running again, and I was doing regular, probably twice a week sort of runs in, around here or around the track locally. And they were just simply flat runs, twice a week maybe. And I'd been doing that up until the time that you watched that show and started talking about getting into trail running. And really since then, like yourself, that's when it became much more of a, like, I always enjoyed running like you did, but I think I just enjoy it so much more when you're running on mountains or running in
Oh,
forests,
it's
or
like a
it's
switch
just
that
so
just clicks.
different. It's just so
Oh, it's
different
amazing.
because it's not about like pacing and timing and, you know, I find like even with this lockdown, I've been running on the roads a little more, and it's killing my hips. Like it's really sore. Like it's much
Mm.
more sore than running on trails, even though hills can be sore going up and down hills, but you build up the muscles for that, I guess. But running on the roads is boring. You're plodding along. You're probably breathing in vehicle fumes constantly. It just doesn't feel right anyway, compared to when you go trail running and you go running mountains and stuff like that. So I think when you got into that and I started getting into it, I think at the time I remember you talking about it, and I can't remember where I was, but I remember watching the Barkley thing on the plane going to the States, I think it was,
Mm.
or maybe it was before that.
No, you'd watched the Barkley thing
I'd
before
watched it
that.
before that. I
I
watched
was
Where
trying to
Dreams
get
Go
you
to
to watch
Die.
it. I
Yeah,
was trying to get you to watch that for like 2 months.
yeah,
Every time I
that's
met him, I
right.
was like, "Have you watched it yet?
But yeah, because you
Have you
wouldn't let
watched
me
it?"
watch it while I was editing, so I had to find the time to watch it.
No, you can't watch that kind of stuff
Yeah.
in editing. No
Anyway,
way. You give it the
so
time it
then
deserves.
so we started running then like some mountains together, and then on our own we started doing a bit of trail running, and then we did that Run the Line, which was I think the pinnacle of addiction for us because we just enjoyed that so much. Like that was so much fun. And then after that, man, I think it's just now I just feel like if I'm not running on a trail, then, you know, it's not the same. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of boring. And at the moment it's because I found back in October, September, I found the Glending Forest, which is not too far from my house. And that just opened up the trails for me because it's like a little trail run, but it's a place to train on hills. And it means I didn't have to run like on the track or out here, the track being the race course track, but a lot of it is, some of it is roadway and a lot of it is fields, small bit of elevation. But to have Glending was brilliant because that's a place to go and train, like you have your amphitheater, your Ballykeefe Woods. So yeah, it's just addictive and it's so good for you, and you feel so much better when you run. I get in bad form if I don't have a run, you know, during the week and stuff. You know, you really need.
That's what's wrong with me at the minute. I have
Yeah,
foul humor,
yeah,
terrible with me.
because it becomes so much part of you, I guess. You know, gives you a kick of endorphins, and makes you feel good, and keeps you healthy as well, like really healthy, because it's quite challenging when you go running, like we know, when you go running on hills and then you go back to the flats just seem like a piece of cake compared to.
I wouldn't say that though. It's different. It's different because
I
you're
don't mean
running.
a piece of cake as in, sorry, I don't mean a piece of cake as in, oh, this is easy. I mean, compared to your pace maybe previously, or how you find the flats previously for yourself. Do you know what I mean? Your own personal pace, maybe, not compared to anybody. Like when I ran the flats before, I thought, oh, this is tough enough. But if I go running the hills then for a few months and I go back to the flats, I go, wow, this is so much, you know, nicer, easier to run a bit quicker on and stuff like that. You know, that kind of way.
Yeah.
It's a different sort of running though. You don't run for pace, like, you know what I mean? That's the thing
Yeah.
I like about it. You can run at your own pace. You can challenge yourself. You can, you know, run hills and do that for an hour even, and that really builds up your fitness to different levels, different sort of fitness, you know.
Very good. Very good. Well, there you are. There's the lowdown on the running.
That's it. Did I go on a bit long there? Sorry about that.
No, not at all. What's your geekiest piece of equipment so far?
For running?
Nerdiest.
Nerdiest is probably the watch that I can connect my headphones to and listen to
But that's not
music.
geeky though. That's not sad. Okay. That's not nah.
I don't have running poles, so I can't say that I'm that geeky. What's yours though? What's that?
I'm not gonna hit. Did you not get one of those?
Oh yeah, the light. Yeah, the
No,
light.
there was
I haven't
something else
used my
you
light.
got though. Did you not get something else?
I got the light though, man, free with a pair of runners.
I know you did. I was only winding up. I'm just trying to think of all the geeky things. Yes, I got the poles. They are pretty geeky, but they're brilliant though.
I'd still like a set of poles, yeah.
But they're geeky enough for me to know that whenever I see somebody, I go,
Bit of a what? Bit of a
Really a
wall.
bit of a wally, you know. Like I went out one day and went across the road and up into the woods, and I left the house with the poles. I've got to show them.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I left the house. Left the house, and I seen somebody up the wood, and I kind of went, and I ran a different direction because I thought if I run into the woods, because the thing is, the woods across the way, it's not like you're climbing Mount Everest over there.
Yeah.
If you're doing the same hill like 30 or 40 times,
it feels
might
like
as well be. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's when the poles come in handy. But if anybody saw me going over there, they go, he's using the poles to go around the Ballykeith woods.
he must have an injury or something.
He must have God love him. God love him. But they are amazing, man. These things are amazing.
Yeah.
For anybody who's needing poles, these are black diamond. What are they called?
You have to think about our listeners. Some people can't see this.
What?
Some people can't see the podcast. They mightn't watch on YouTube, so you can explain them, because on the voice only version, audio only version.
I don't know why my screen keeps going off like that. And that weighs, man, like it's so light. It's unreal how light that is. Anyway, you should definitely get them, but they're quite cheap.
Yeah.
I can't remember what these cost, and you just go, there you are.
Excellent.
Oh, and you can change the nibs as well on the bottom. It gives you like, this is like hard plastic, and then they also give you a metal one for digging into like really, really hard. So they're just down in the pocket there. But man, they're awesome. Honestly, I can't get over the difference to make. Oh, my screen's really annoying me here. Why does it keep doing this? Anyway, yeah, so we're both mad into that, but I'm kind of injured at the minute, so
yes,
but I'm definitely gonna get back into it in the next
week or so.
I'm gonna say 2 days maybe.
Wow, okay, that's soon. Cool.
Well, I've been off now for like a week and a half, so I'm thinking like if I give myself 2 weeks off, that's probably fine.
That's probably enough for an injury like that. Yeah, definitely.
I think so.
Yep. Sounds good.
Yeah. Anyway, dreams go to die. Has to. It's unreal. Even if you're not into running, it's brilliant. Do you love it?
It's a really good. Yeah, it's a really good documentary. Definitely.
What else is going on? Should we talk cameras and photography?
Let's talk about cameras and photography a little bit, because it is the Raw podcast. You know what I mean? So we don't. Okay. Are you looking forward to getting back to work before I start anything?
Am I looking forward to getting back to work? 100%, yeah, definitely.
I'd say everybody is out there right now.
Yeah.
In the photography world and the rest of the world.
And the other world. Yeah. Is there a world outside our photography world?
No.
Everybody's dying to get back to doing what they want to do. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I can't actually wait to get back to shooting, but I'm just shooting loads of stuff at home, and
that's good.
You can do really.
That's good.
I haven't done any projects. I did do one project actually. Tell a lie. I did do a project. I did those daily snippets.
Yeah, they were really good. You did a week long or so of those, didn't you?
I did 10 days worth. But
that's brilliant.
The problem was though, man, you see after 10 days of doing that, you really, I started to hit a wall, because I was thinking, I initially did one because I was doing little things for my family every few days, like send them little video clips, like unedited video clips of the kids. And then I thought, I'll make a proper one, for myself and Dee and all that kind of stuff. And then as I was editing it, I was going to put music on it, like I do with all our other little home videos, going to put music on it. And then there was something in that first video that Sadie or Elliot said, and I thought, I can't have music over the top of that. It's way too cute. It'll ruin it. And then I thought, hey, if I just edit this completely silent, it's much nicer. It's just the sounds of what they're doing.
Of the world, yeah.
I did one, and I thought, that's actually really nice. I might do these every day, because the first one, because I wasn't thinking about it, it was so easy, and because it was all fresh, it was so easy.
Yeah.
And then the next few were all quite easy. But I slowly began to think, I am really running out of ideas. And then the other, not really running out of ideas, but we're doing the same thing every single day. But then the other problem was, I think when we got near day 10, which is the last one, just before that, the weather was really bad. We had really bad, like, spate of like 2 days of really bad weather. So I actually didn't record. So between 9 and 10, there was no video at all. Then I did 10, thinking, oh, I'll get back into it again. And then the weather went crap again. And then when it did come good, I had to build that jungle gym thing, and that took me like 3 days. That was a whole nightmare. And then I just kind of fell out of it all then, and I was too busy just like doing loads of jobs in the house, and it's just hard. It was just hard to kind of get around to doing it as well as doing all the other stuff.
Well, you probably did it for long enough in that sense, like, you know, that kind of way. Like, you got that nice snippet of the time, you know.
Yeah.
So, and really, that's probably what it is. It's a snippets of a particular time of their lives. You could nearly wait, you know, a few months and then do it again to see the changes with the kids and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, I think to be honest, if we weren't, let's say, for example, when the lockdown, when the social distancing thing gets extended a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And you can maybe drive to a park or a beach or something like that. I'll start it again. But I think in terms of like video and stuff at home and all, and the other problem was I'd sit down at night to edit it, and it was a whole nightmare. It was a whole nightmare. You know, it really was, because I was doing the first few. I shot everything with a GoPro, as you know. So I shot everything with the GoPro, but the problem was I edited, I think, like the first 6 or 5 or 6 all on the GoPro's software on the computer, on the phone.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it was it's such a nightmare of a program. Like, it's so limited that's kind of part of its charm in a way.
Yeah.
So there's certain things you can do. But after a while, I thought, I'm going to just start editing these in Premiere Pro. Then, of course, you come out, and then you spend far more time on it then. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Pardon.
I'm glad I'm not 2 meters from you there. I'd be like...
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think they were lovely. Like, they were certainly lovely to watch, and the quality was excellent as well. But there's probably only so much you're doing before you're dedicating a lot of your time to shooting.
Yeah.
When you have daily life to get on with as well, you know, that kind of way. So
exactly.
But like I say, maybe you should wait for a couple of months and then do those snippets again. Do a week long of snippets again, and every so many months do a week long, and that would be a great comparison over time. Sorry?
Yeah. I was just thinking about maybe picking them up again just bit by bit over time, like doing one every so often. Just whenever I kind of feel like it, just kind of go,
absolutely.
If I'm in the form for it today, I'll do it.
Or if you're going out somewhere eventually with the kids and stuff, it's always good to record that kind of thing, you know? Yeah.
They are nice to look back on and everything, but so that's the only little project I've done, really. What about yourself? Have you been keeping busy with anything, like photography wise, or?
Not really. It's been kind of, you know, like yourself, shooting here and there with the kids, messing around and stuff like that. But yeah, nothing really else, nothing extravagant or anything. I did think about, you know, maybe doing something at the start to try and, I guess, document this time and stuff like that. And I was thinking about that today, actually, funny enough, because there's so many different things that represent social distancing. I was kind of thinking about, it'd be good to document maybe those, because in 10 or 20 years' times, it'll seem like, really? Did that, you know, was that really there?
Yeah.
Like, were all those labels on the ground and stuff like that? And I thought maybe might be a nice idea to document that. So I might do something like that, you know, at some point. But,
yeah, I know, it is mad. I was in the there's a little shop down here in the local village. Yeah. And it's one of those, I don't know if you ever used to watch The League of Gentlemen, not the movie, but the TV show on BBC years ago. And there was a shop for local people. And it was like one of those shops you go into and it's just like tins, everything's in tins, and a few crappy loaves of bread and, and then like Ajax and you know, all sorts of weird, just
And stuff in the window with the labels fading and stuff like that.
posters for everything as well.
Yeah.
But they have like the crappiest piece of cord, and they've got ripped up a plastic bag, and they've tied the little plastic bits of the plastic onto the cord, so you can see the cord, even though it's like a piece of like luminous blue rope going across it. And it's just, everything's just kind of so nasty. And I thought, oh, if I could take this now, if I could take a photograph of this now.
They were just trying to match the decor really with the string, you know?
Yeah, the lady in the shop is not the nicest person in the world.
Oh, really?
No. I have been to that shop like 4 times, I think now.
Yeah.
And every time, there's another lady who works with her, and she's nice. And every time I've been there, bar one, I've had to deal with this woman. And the first time, here's a good story. The first time I went there was maybe about 2 years ago. That shows you how often I go to the shop. It's literally our closest shop. But I'd rather drive 10 miles that way to get milk than go to this one. But anyway, I went into this shop one time. And it was to post something, because it's a shop with a little post office window. And I went and I said, I just post this and put it through. And she never gives you any eye contact, right? Tapping it away for ages. She's all like this. And she takes, like, honestly, I'm going to say 3 minutes, right, to get the details of this parcel. And you're standing there the whole time. And then she'll go, okay, that's $8.70. And you go, okay, and you take out your card. You go, okay, I've got my card. Oh, I wish you had told me that at the start. Now I've got to do it all over again.
Oh, no.
How can you have to do it all over again? Oh, what's the process?
I think
Surely.
it took her that long to type 870.
How can you have to do it all over again? No, I don't understand the process. Like, if she had said, if it's so complicated that if you don't know whether you're going to pay with cash or card, you might as well ask the person at the start, look, this is going to be a whole nightmare. Are you going to pay with cash or card before I start? Card. Okay, in that way, I'll do it this way. Anyway, I've learned that lesson. So yesterday, I went down to pick up my glue gun because it was sent to that post office, and I went to pick it up.
Okay.
And I said, I have a parcel to collect. And she's like, it's a shop that's connected to her house. So she went through the doorway into her house, and she took out the parcel and she handed it to me. And I go, okay, I'll pay for that now. And she went into the little post office window and she started to, and I, just to let you know, I'm going to pay with card. She goes, well, I have to ring it all through first. And I just thought I'd let you know.
You can't get it right.
2 years ago I was here, and I had to tell you. So, either way, I got in trouble.
You're not going to win. Why do you have to pay for a parcel? I don't understand, though.
Oh, it's the address. It was one of those Address Pal ones. So it was a battery for the glue gun.
Oh, do you pay on pickup for them?
Yeah, you pay on pickup. So it's like Parcel Motel, but you pay on pickup rather than having an account with Parcel Motel.
Okay, cool.
And it gets delivered to your. Oh my God, the screen! It gets delivered to your local post office. You just designate it's closest to it, so it's quite handy.
That's cool.
You know?
Yeah, that is cool. That is cool. That's
but you just have to deal with the lady. So,
I love it. I love it.
So yeah, and I think it's a little bit quicker than Parcel Motel. I think so.
Right.
You see, because the UK address is in the UK, it's not in Northern Ireland. So if you're getting an Amazon,
it can go same day, like.
You can almost get to the UK address same day.
Oh, cool.
And then it's a couple of days before it arrives in your thing. So it's a bit like, I haven't done a test and ordered the same thing on the same day, same time, 2 different places.
That would be so good. That'd be a good test to do.
It would be a good test.
Yeah, it would. Do that.
As a video, make it a viral video. No. What can I order? You have to order something that's
glue
a battery.
sticks.
Actually, a battery is a good idea.
Okay. But you'll have to order 2 then.
I'll have to order 2.
You could order some glue sticks. Seems that you have a glue gun.
I need to order something that has to go to the UK. Well, it doesn't have to go to the UK. Just make it go to the UK. Yeah, glue sticks. The next thing I have to get 2 of, I'm going to do it. But then I'll have to pay for Address Pal and pay for.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I to be honest with you, I've lost interest already.
It cost me
Yeah, I've lost interest already, so I wouldn't bother.
Anyway, this was, I don't know where the story came
I
from.
have no idea.
What we were talking
Cul-de-sac.
about. No idea.
We were talking about photography, and then for some
Cameras.
reason we got on. To
Okay, I will just say quickly.
You were talking about your X
somebody
Pro.
did say on the
Yeah.
Instagram, what's the X Pro 3 like after months? Because
Give us your
last
honest
time we did the
assessment.
podcast, sorry?
Give us your honest assessment.
That's what I was about to do.
Okay, sorry.
Whenever the last time we did the podcast, I didn't even have the X Pro 3.
Mm-hmm.
And but now I do.
You've two of them. I'm not sure which window it is. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. Hey!
Anyway, yeah, I got two of them.
All those cameras and so little work.
It is. It's excellent. So yes, I feel bad now not knowing who's Stephen Corbin.
Do you want me to check?
I
think it was Stephen.
I can check on my phone because I'm using Stephen Corbin. So, Stephen, to answer your question on the X Pro 3, it's excellent. I love it. I absolutely love it. I have. Obviously, I haven't shot as many weddings with it as I was hoping to have shot at this point. The only negative, because really that's the important thing, is the flippy screen. I love the flippy screen more than I hate it. But the only thing I will say about the flippy screen is if you're doing dancing part of the day, it's quite scary. Because whenever I used to have the X Pro 2, I used to just load up shoot with the LCD on the back and just shoot like this when I was doing the dancing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never used to go through because nobody wants to get a camera in the eye, you know, because of all the hands flailing and everything.
Yes. Now
I have to do this. So this seems to me to be a little bit out there and, you know, you could do whack and hit. So I'm not totally mad about that. It would be, you know, it would be great if you would be able to take it out and turn it and twist it, put it back in. But however, that's just not a thing. So that's the only real downside of the LCD. It can be a little bit annoying if you do want to review your shots because you have to do that whole open up and have a look at it. Now, it's a nice action. I'll say that much. It's a much nicer action than the XT series cameras or there's not that many cameras. I used to own the D750, of course, that had a flippy out screen. It's a nice action. It's a really nice flip screen, and the shooting this way is great because you're looking straight down at it, and there's nothing in the way. So there's no viewfinder in the way of the screen.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
I like that.
It is really good, and the quality of the LCD is superb. It's actually a really beautiful screen. Autofocus is brilliant. Everything else is brilliant. The files are great. I did kind of hum and ha about my processing for.
Yeah, you were saying that, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I don't really know if I was super happy with my processing for all the weddings that I've shot so far, because the output files are slightly different. And in a way, I guess I kind of slightly changed the look, and I blame the fact that it comes with Classic Negative. Now, Classic Negative is a beautiful preset. However, it's probably not for everybody, and I don't know if it's for every situation. But what I will say is that I modified the preset, and also modified I did a white balance shift where I set like where I wanted the to be read from. Yeah, calibrated like in camera so that everything was shot then from that white balance point, if that makes sense. And I'm still not totally sure about it. Now what I've done is since this whole lockdown and since I made those daily snippets, the daily snippets thing was a reminder to me that I'm not taking as many photographs as I want to. I'm taking more video. Right. So I reverted back and I've now taken loads of photographs over the last like month. Okay. And I've updated all my Tumblr and all that kind of stuff, and that's with a brand new, fresh preset, and it literally is practically straight out of camera. So I do shoot in RAW, but the preset is literally cloned from the camera on Lightroom. So anything that's in my personal blog at the minute is pretty much what you see in the camera.
Do you think maybe, can I ask you, do you think maybe that you got the cameras, wasn't it into late autumn and you were going
No,
into
it's like
winter?
November, I think.
Yeah,
I think
well, you were going into winter weddings anyway, so you've never shot a summer wedding with it. So do you think because sometimes I even find, you know, when I'm editing winter weddings, I'm like, oh, you know, you're a bit like, oh, I bet your preset because the light's just so bad. So it's a pity you haven't had a summer of weddings to shoot and go, yeah, look, the light's great. It works great in that situation and so on, you know?
Yeah, there is probably definitely something in that for sure, but I think I did change the preset quite a bit. So
yeah, you were playing with it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I probably maybe changed. No, every wedding that I delivered, nobody kind of said, this doesn't look like your stuff, you know, but yeah. It's just weird getting used to a new camera and colors being slightly different and all that kind of stuff. But it's a great camera. I do love it. I really have not really anything negative to say about it. It's yeah, it's great. Battery life is amazing as well.
That's cool.
It's actually unreal. So I don't know how they've managed to do that. And some people say like, you know, the battery life is 350 shots, but I've done weddings where I've got over 1,000 shots in the battery.
Do you think maybe you're not using the LCD as much and maybe that's saving battery because the LCD is
No, I am using the LCD more, I tell you. Definitely, because it's so it's weird that this is such a unique angle for me now.
Yeah.
Shooting from here. Because I'm getting to see and it doesn't seem as obvious to some people maybe, you know, whenever I'm holding the camera and I'm just looking at it.
Rangefinder, yeah.
So it's just yeah, so I'm actually using LCD far more. I think I mentioned that on the YouTube video actually, that it's weird. You'd think that they created this screen obviously to try and hide it so that people would be forced to through the viewfinder. But I'm actually finding myself looking at this far more. I never used to use the LCD on the back, aside from really the dancing section of the day. I used to always just use the viewfinder because why would you bother holding the camera?
Yeah, of course.
Really good. So anyway, I would thoroughly recommend it. Thoroughly recommend
Brilliant.
This camera.
Yeah.
I will not want it on too much.
It's
I still want an X100B.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
Big time, yeah, big time.
As a replacement for one of the X Pro 3s, or just as
I want it for personal.
Okay,
yeah. I really, really would love one. Because while this is grand and everything, it is heavier.
Yeah.
Than an X100, and it's just that little bit bulkier.
Yeah.
And it has the screen on the back, and it's pretty much this in every other way.
Is the V movable then? Did they change it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. That's cool. Very nice. Yeah. Be a nice camera. Nice camera. Yeah. Maybe someday. Maybe someday.
No, I'm definitely gonna get one. 100%.
Okay.
I just love that camera so much. So
yeah, it's a great camera.
What are you shooting your personal stuff with? Did you ever transition to shooting all your personal stuff on Sony? No, or do you do?
No, I use the X100. Yeah, I love it. It's so handy, man. You know, it's so much handier. As much as I love using the Sony, like when I have the 28mm on the Sony, it's lovely because it's really light and small. Yeah. But I still kind of, I don't know, I still levitate towards the X100 all the time because I suppose it's the camera. I always keep it downstairs charged, you know, on the counter in the kitchen. So if anything's going on, I'll use it and take a few snaps with it and stuff. So yeah, I guess my Sonys are always in my work bag, you know, so I don't tend to go up and get it. If I want to take a photograph of something, it's there, like, you know what I mean? So so between that and the GoPro, I've been using the GoPro for video and then the X100F for photos. So yeah,
very good.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just such a beautiful camera. Like even the F is still such a great camera. You know, I love it. Like files are great, brilliant for personal work. You know, brilliant for holidays, brilliant for walking around with your hand. Super. Yeah, it's a great camera. Love it.
Awesome. Yeah, just kind of curious
And
because I know that
discreet as well.
the Sony is so small.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah, but I suppose as well, you know, I see the Sony as the work camera and the camera you're trying to make sure, you know, it's safely in your bag when you're not out shooting and using it and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be a bit more, because I suppose I'm not careless with my cameras or anything, but I suppose I'd use the X100 and then I'd just leave it there. And maybe part of me is like, I'd maybe be a little bit more, you know, throwing it about, like if I was using the Sony, and or maybe I'd leave something at home and I want to bring it with me to work or whatever, you know, that kind of way. I don't know. Probably I think it being in the bag and the other camera being downstairs is probably the main reason, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's fair
enough. Yeah, well, the X100 is just a flipping lovely camera to use, so I'm not surprised, really. You know, if you had said, "Oh yeah, I kind of don't really use it very much," I would have been surprised.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So, what else? Any other kind of cameras? Yeah, we both got GoPros. They're awesome.
The GoPro is a great camera, isn't it? Just for like
so
personal
good,
use and just fun, like
so
just a
good.
fun thing. And I was hoping this year going on holiday with the GoPro, I was like excited about, you know, going on holiday and going into the sea and diving into the sea with it and all that, you know. So maybe next year. Who knows? Who knows? When all this crap passes, we'll get back to normality, get back to shooting weddings normally. So
yeah. And then we'll have a GoPro 9 Max.
Yeah. I'd like that Insta 360. It looks like a cool little camera. It's so good. There's still so many things you could buy, like, you know. So
what's on your wish list? Let's finish up with
the wish list.
Wish list item.
My wish list is probably not like your wish list at the moment, because I've been very lax in keeping up with stuff at the moment. I'd say the 360 would be on my wish list. I'd love that. And I would like actually a new Mavic. Maybe funny enough, I'd still like a Mavic Pro maybe. I don't know if I'd like the Mavic Air, because I like the control that you get with the Mavic Pro, you know.
Well, what control do you get with the Mavic Air?
You get less, like, you know, detail. It's more on the phone as controls, you know, more detail is on your phone rather than in the little screen. I love the little screen with the Mavic and stuff, you know.
All right, okay. But I think that the new Mavic Air not come with a new controller, like a newly designed controller, I think. I don't know, man. I need to look at that. I can't remember.
No, I need to check that out myself, yeah. So I'd like that, and I'd like the 360, and they're probably the two things that I'd like. If Canon bring out the R5, I think I'd like to upgrade my 5D to the R5, because it looks like a similar sort of camera. So, yeah, that's for Elaine though, for her shooting, you know, and for me to play with another toy. What about you? What's your wish list before we call it?
Mine was definitely a Mavic Air 2.
Okay.
I was saying to you the other day, I'd love this and I'd love that and I'd love that. I can't remember what they were now. I'm sitting there thinking, what did I say to Paul that I would like? What did I say to you? Definitely X100V is one. Mavic Air 2 is the other. There was something else. I can't even remember what it was, man. It's too many things, man. It's just too many things.
Was it something to do with running, though? Was it something for running?
I'm looking at my running gear. What could I possibly have needed? No, I don't have anything to do with running now. I don't think so. I'm looking at this Mavic Air 2 here now to see what the controller looks like. But yeah, you're probably right. There probably is. I do remember that the initial Mavic Air. Oh yeah, I see what you mean, man. I do see what you mean. Yeah, it is all on the phone. You've got those two little.
I prefer the other way.
But I mean, like, if you think about the DJI, like if you think about the Phantom.
Yeah.
I'll show you the Phantom.
Do you know what it is, though? Do you know what it is, Dave? He's gone.
No, I'm not on there. I can hear you.
Oh, you can? Oh, sorry. I thought I was on your headphones.
No, I can hear you.
You know what it is? I've got used to that Mavic controller with the details that are on it, especially for, like, you know, little bits and pieces that come up and stuff. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Yeah. Yeah, I know that's blank, but that's very
like it's that.
as well. Yeah.
But what I say about this is that it's so comfortable.
Yeah.
It's so big and chunky and comfortable. But I mean, just to being able to like,
Do you know?
I mean, that is probably bigger than the Mavic Air 2 and controller combined.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Not mad.
It's crazy.
So yeah, I like this, but I need wheels.
Yeah.
You just wheel it back over here.
I'd like wheels on my
Heavy.
Mavic so that I could like drive it along the ground and then take off.
Yeah, everything needs a wheel.
These new Mavic wheels are super light and super fast. There you go.
I could put a wheel on there with a glue gun.
You should do that for the next podcast. I want to see.
Yeah, next podcast we should. I'll come back with something that I've glued something onto that makes 0%
I think like
no need.
see my phone. If I had wheels on that, and if I had wheels on it, and it was on the counter, and then I said to Elaine, will you pass me over my phone? She could put it on the ground and slide it over to me, and I could and then I could like, like Back to the Future kickflip it. Hello? How cool would that be?
Perfect.
Bam, bam, bam. Sorry.
Perfect. Yeah. That's a great idea.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm full of ideas as well. Don't worry. Me and you together. We
I think it's a little train track. And everything was adaptable to the train track.
The train track, yeah.
You can just put things on the train track.
Man, why don't you have a train track around your garden? You know the ones like silver spoons your man could sit on. Do you remember that show?
Silver spoons? No.
Yeah, well, there was a show. Look it up later. Silver spoon, and he had he was really rich, and he used to come in on a train, like a kind of a kid-sized train that he could.
Oh yeah, I see it.
And I always wanted that. I was like, you should have that in your house for like just going around your garden, and the kids could just ride on the train. It'd be so awesome.
Why have I never seen stuff?
I don't know,
I
man.
recognize that character though.
It was around the time of Different Strokes as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's the little guy who played the wee boy in Champ. That's Ricky Schroeder.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Ricky Schroeder. Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky.
Champ. Don't die, Champ. Have you ever seen Champ? Hello, Paul? What's happening? Oh, you're.
I was doing my lights. I was trying to think of when I think of an idea.
Oh, bing, bing. That's good. I know when an idea kind of dies. Anyway, yeah. Have you ever seen Champ? No.
Sorry. Yes, I did. Years and years ago.
Yeah.
Years and years ago. Yeah. Everybody loved that movie. Okay, is that us? I think that's us.
I think we'll leave it there, will we?
Yeah, let's leave it there. Because we can always talk for another 4 hours tomorrow and bore the life out of people.
Yeah.
No, that's a wrap, I think.
That's a wrap.
So
we ask people to
subscribe.
Leave their comments below.
Comments below on the video.
Like over here. Maybe it's over here. It depends what way this video exports. On my screen, we're on the left. Okay,
well, let's just do it like the bell is...
Where am I on your screen?
You're over this side.
Oh. What side's that, though? That's the right. That's the right. You're over here.
No, you're there.
Like, I'll look at you. Oh, so we're both on the left.
Yeah.
Okay, but in the export, I'll be on this side. I'll be over here.
You'll be over there in the export.
I'll be over here. So, like.
And I'm over here. So, like.
Oh, no, maybe likes over there, I think.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
No, it's over here, man. Comment. Ding dong ditch with the bell.
Ding dong diddly-o. And you can watch some of our previous videos here.
Yes.
And
if you're listening on the podcast, then go to the show notes, and there'll be a link to YouTube on the show notes, and you can subscribe to the channel there and watch us. Like, why not watch us as well as listen to us? Do you know what I mean?
Should we ask people what's better?
Well, yeah, okay.
I suppose
it's probably as easy to do both. Yeah, It's as easy to do both. So
The reason we're doing it this way is because Zoom is of its time.
yes.
This makes sense. Also, any
easier.
podcast that we've done before where we haven't been in each other's company, we've always done it on Skype phone calls or something. It's always been crap.
It's been tough.
It's
Yeah,
hard.
it's been
This
tougher.
is brilliant.
This is great. It's like being beside you. It's like you're right there.
No, it's like you're right there.
No, you're right there.
No, you're right there. But yeah, no, it's good. It's great.
Okay. All right, man.
The darkness is just slowly kind of like swallowing you up.
I know.
Creeping in. Those two windows at the back are like big robotic eyes just closing in. It'd be great if they just blink.
Hold on.
Oh. You did that was like a real William Shatner. I thought you were going to say something. I can't believe it. Do you, Paul?
I can't believe I kissed you. What is it? Still, old friend.
Do you have any other sayings? Because these are the two that I hear a lot. Have you got a third, Shatner?
They're probably my favorites, you know. So there's probably.
Have you got a top five? Have you got a top five?
Do I have a top five? Yeah, I probably have a top five. Yeah.
Okay, give me the other three.
Okay, I'll give you the Con.
Oh yeah, Can. Yeah, that's
that
good
would
one.
be that would be five. God. Yeah. The other one would be probably I never trusted Klingons, and I never will. That's another one. And then the other one is when Spock and him are talking and they go, "They're dying, Jim. Let them die." That's my other one.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's your top five. That's awesome.
And then I can't believe I kissed you. Must have been your lifelong ambition.
Well, that's number one. That's surely number one.
That's number two actually now, because number one now is Kirk. You're still alive. Still, old friend.
Oh yeah, that's good. I like the "Can't Believe I Kissed You" one the best.
I can't believe it. Yeah, that's probably the most rehearsed one. Yeah.
The most, yeah.
Thank you.
That's awesome. We'll leave it there.
I can't believe you made me do that.
Paul is an absolute and utter geek. It's been confirmed again.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome.
Anyway, we should do a thumbnail because I had to look through the video the last time to pick out a thumbnail. So
yeah, let's do a thumbnail.
Let's do a thumbnail. Make it as ridiculously stupid as possible.
Oh, it's just me on my own. That's what makes it ridiculous? What the hell are you doing? Okay.
Okay, that'll make a lot of sense.
Okay, man.
That'll make a lot of sense.
See you. I'll see you.
All right, dude.
You're back. Thanks for listening and watching. If anyone actually listens and watches, and
fair play.
And we'll see you really soon.
Have nothing to do.
If you want us to talk about anything or stop, leave it. And don't forget, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, and social distance.
Okay. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo from me to you.
I'm Dave, by the way. That's Paul. We should probably say that.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 Bye. Okay, let me stop video.